pause now to center ourselves for worship. Now late on the Sabbath, as it began to dawn on the first day of the week, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary came to look at the grave. And behold, a severe earthquake had occurred, for an angel of the Lord had descended from heaven and came and rolled away the stone from the heavens. And his appearance was like lightning, and his garment was like the snow. And the appearance made the guards shake with fear. It came like dead men. And the angel answered and said to the women, "You are seeking Jesus, who had been crucified. Do not be afraid. He is not here. He has risen. Come, see the place where he was lying. And go quickly and tell his disciples that he is risen from the dead, and behold, he is going before you into Galilee. There you will see him just as he told you." And they departed quickly from the tomb with fear and great joy, and ran to report it to his disciples. And behold, Jesus met them and greeted them, and they came up and took hold of his feet and worshipped him. Then Jesus said to them, "Do not be afraid. Go, take word to my brethren to leave for Galilee. There they shall see me." This is the gospel of the Lord.
Praise you, Lord Christ.
You may be seated. Hey. The Lord is risen.
He is risen indeed.
You guys are okay. In the midst of our sunrise service on March 27th, 2005, even with the music playing, there was the unmistakable sound of Air Force cargo planes and helicopters on the runway that was nearby. And if you listened just a little closer, you could hear the faint sound of gunfire outside the wire. Now, no one dressed in their Easter bonnets or in their best clothes for this service. We all came in what we usually wore, our desert camel uniforms. Some, because it was an early service, just got into their physical training uniform and came to worship. All of them brought their weapons along, M16, squad automatic weapons, or 9mm. If they weren't wearing it, they put the weapon underneath their chair. Now, if God forbid, the Combat Support Hospital had begun to receive casualties, about 2/3 of my congregation would have gotten up and left. And if it had been a mass casualty situation, the chaplain, me, would also have left. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Easter in a combat zone. We will have a service on Easter. We will have a service on Easter if the realities of life and war don't intrude. A couple of weeks ago, I was going through the entryway to the church, otherwise known as the Narthex, and I looked at the mountain of stuff that had been collected for the unaccompanied children and for the Rainbow Room. Now, my first thought was, upon seeing this mountain of material of stuff in our entryway, boy, I hope that stuff gets delivered before Easter. room at home, I would put it underneath the bed or the closet. You know, put all the stuff out of the way, right? Like nice and tidy and come dressed in our nice fine Easter clothes. Now I noticed last week that the stuff had disappeared. It had been delivered. But you know, now that I think about it, it had been better if the stuff was stacked to the ceiling right here, in front of the altar. Because, ladies and gentlemen, in our world, in spite of the resurrection, in spite of Jesus, sin still reigns in the world. And we do have unaccompanied children who need help even now. And we have a need for shelters for women and children in abusive situations even now as we gather for worship. You see, ladies and gentlemen, Easters come and Easters go, and well, these things just continue to happen. Like casualties occurring at an inconvenient time, or the sharp sound of gunfire interrupting our gay Easter hymns. We live in a world that often intrudes with all its ugliness on our Easter celebration. One Easter, I was about ready to get into the pulpit, prepared to give a glad Easter sermon on the new life in Christ, when I was handed a note. One of our parishioners died. Easter goes about pretty much the same way for a lot of people in the world. A lot of people in Austin, doesn't it? As it has gone some Sundays before, and Sundays before that, and Sundays before that. They're hungry then, they're hungry now. They're homeless then, they're homeless now. They're thirsty then, they're thirsty now. Now, the constant hum from the airfield and the barely perceptible gunfire from outside the wire at 6:30 in Mosul, Iraq, on March 27, 2005, we gathered for Easter worship. And we heard again the glad news that in spite of what we can hear and what we know is going on all around us, life had triumphed. In a sense, that's what we hear in Matthew's story this morning. The women were going to the tomb, not dressed in their finest, not ready to celebrate Easter, no, but they're ready in the midst of the gloom and doom of Good Friday to do one more small deed for their dead friend. The good news they heard of Easter and new life intruded on their gloom and doom of the past days. You seek Jesus, they were told, who was crucified. He's not here. He is risen. He is going before you into Galilee, and there you will see him, as he told you. You see, my friends, it is not the world and its realities that intrude on our Easter celebration. Rather, it is Easter and its message that intrudes on the world and all of its realities. And that is good news. So yes, it would have been good to have all of that stuff stacked up on the altar today. Reminds us of sin, yes. It also reminds us that that stuff in that stuff, ladies and gentlemen. In that stuff, we don't see a mess that needs to be cleaned up. We see the emerging new life that is Easter. For our young people this Lent, ladies and gentlemen, Emily, Destiny, and Felix, in response to the Easter message, have shown a light on an often dark world, and in what they did, we see new life emerging where once there was only death. As we finished our Easter service, 3, 4, 5 of us gathered to have a picture table. We could all still hear the activity on the airfield. We could still hear the shots being fired. Yet, we live in Easter. And in spite of our circumstances, take a look at that picture. We could all smile.